Hey bosses, it's Kay from Asian Boss. Did you know that India has the largest diaspora in the world? But many Indians don't just move to other countries temporarily. The number of Indians giving up their Indian citizenship has been increasing over the years. And in 2022, a record number of 1.8 million Indians surrendered their citizenship. So naturally, we wondered, why are so many Indians leaving the country permanently? And how do the locals feel about this? Our Asian Boss reporter hit the streets of Delhi to find out.
Hi guys, today is a very random question for you guys. Have you ever guys considered moving abroad?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I have as well.
Yeah, I am thinking right now only.
No, because I love my country. I am happy here.
I have considered it quite often.
Absolutely not, because I love my India, and recently I have started my own company.
Yes, I would.
Which country would it be?
Probably like South America, countries like Brazil, maybe, because I like their culture.
Maybe US.
For me, it would be Japan. I have been a fan of anime and stuff. I like Japanese music. So, yeah, Japan.
UK. Some of my friends were there, okay, and they are insisting me to come there.
I have friends in Europe, especially the Western Europe, like in Germany and Netherlands. So I've considered those places.
Why would you specifically choose them over India?
I think freedom of expression, we have a lot here, but and I think diversity, we don't have much international diversity. We have a great diversity amongst ourselves, like people from different states. So I think I would love to go through that diversity of international experience.
Germany. It's have a very good atmosphere of students there, and yeah, of course, the price for the studies and the budget is quite reasonable.
Since India is really on its downfall, to be honest, in a lot of fields. So yes, I really want to move abroad. Would you guys considering giving up your citizenship of India if you are given a chance? No, I would not do that. That would be taking it a bit too far. I won't give up my citizenship, of course. In that case, I would rather stay in India.
Me, no. Big no.
We can go for traveling abroad for some time in the future, but not for settling there.
It will be a very tough decision if I ever go through with it. So I'm not sure. I think it will be an emotional moment nevertheless. I think there are certain countries which allow dual citizenships. India does not allow it, right?
Do you personally know any friends or family members who are planning to give up the citizenship?
I think it's me, and no, I don't think anyone in my family is leaving, but I am leaving. And I am leaving probably by the next year. I am planning to go and study for the study of law. I want to leave India.
Yeah, some relatives are there in US and they are settled there, but I don't think so. They have given up citizenship.
My real sister moved abroad. She is staying in Canada right now, and she is also planning to leave her citizenship from India. And even my niece, she is also American citizenship.
We asked you this question because recently a data released by the government shows that in 2022 around 1.8 million people ended up leaving Indian citizenship. So what's your immediate reaction to this?
Yeah, I remember coming across this report, and it's actually alarming, as the Indian government should be like, why is this happening? And we should need to, you are doing a brilliant job of talking to people and trying to find what could be the reasons that are prompting them to go out.
I think this is likely to happen because people leave India for certain things. Like some people leave India because they want a better paying job.
I think the pollution factors plays a role. People tend to, prefer cleaner environment. Also, if one has a friend that lives in abroad, she tends to praise abroad a lot. So, person thinks that he can, lead a better life with better income abroad, with cleaner environment as well.
They have better living standards than us. Actually, in India, population is more, and with that poverty come too. That's why here living standard is lacking behind. And in other countries, you can see if they even have streets, though they are very well maintained with the drainage and they look so beautiful. But in India, you can see there are lot of garbage is there, and animals are around everywhere, and they're doing shit here with there.
A lot of people are leaving India because of the growing westernization, of course.
we're very much influenced with the Western culture, and so they are very much attracted to whatever they see in the West. So they're like, we don't have this in India, and there are a lot of restrictions. First of what you wear, at what time you leave your house, especially if you're a female. Then there's a lot of restrictions on your sexualities and genders. India is not very accepting of the LGBT, to be quite honest. And since the Gen Z and youth consist of a large number of LGBT plus, so yes, that's why they are considering moving abroad.
Because the kids and the young ones, basically the youths, okay, after having such a lot of pressures for after educations, they are not getting the better exposures related to their jobs, and after spending a huge and lot of amount of their family taking loans and all, and they are not getting the proper advantages of their potential. That's why they are moving on to the abroads and all. We thought that this is our world. But when we are going to the outside world and think that yes, they are just opening their hands, they are giving more support. Okay, we are feeling more secure there. We are feeling more relaxed there. So basically, if we are facing misery, why should not we leave the citizenship? That's why even if I will get the chance there, okay, and which I am thinking about, I will definitely leave the citizenship.
One of the most common reasons that was mentioned, a lot of Indians leave to seek better job opportunities overseas, but India's economy is expected to become one of the world's fastest growing economies. So shouldn't there be a lot of opportunities for people in India as well?
All of these people, like, they are unemployed. Those people who have degrees of like engineering and certain degrees like that, even they are unemployed. So obviously they will seek to go for the option to go abroad to become an engineer. We have to give a test of IIT and certain tests like that. Those exams are very competitive, and very less people filter out from that crowd to achieve a certain degree, like being an engineer or being a doctor. So basically that's the problem, I think.
With recession talks being going on, people do feel a bit scared. They don't feel protected enough in a job, that if something goes bad, then they don't feel secure that the government is having their back. So I think that could be one reason.
They expect a better income abroad. The people who have attained a certain level of education, they tend to prefer abroad for a better living.
Okay, and as you mentioned, better living. So like, what do you think, as another most popular reason was mentioned that overseas, the living standards are way better. So what do you think, where does India stand when it comes to comparison between the living standard abroad versus in India?
I think in India, the living standard is scattered. In some places, there is, like this one, the living standard is quite good. But in some places, you can find slums, etc. In foreign, there is more uniformity.
We have lack of medical facility. People are getting died because of the lack of medical facility. Government is not providing. Even the government hospitals are not up to the mark. Okay, the basic facilities like medical, like housing, like electricities, waters, fooding. Even in Delhi, for the last 3 days, I think if I remember, 100 something person have died because of the cold, because they are living outside. They are just sleeping around the pathways. This is not happening in the other countries. This is not happening in the abroad. So if we want to increase our living standard, this country, the country should think that if they are taking the taxes and all, they should implement these taxes on medicals. They should implement these taxes for peoples, for housing, for education, and for the medicals. Personally, I think so, that no person should die because of the lack of the medical facility.
So actually, a report stated that a high number of rich Indians have been leaving the country, but they probably don't necessarily need to get better job opportunities. So why do you think so many rich Indians still reasons to leave India?
Government is taking good taxes, big taxes, but they don't provide facilities according to that. So the people who have good business or jobs, they think that they are paying big taxes, but they are not getting any, facilities. So it's a big reason.
They don't care about the job opportunity. They are already well off enough. So they're just they're just gonna move abroad for the luxury that the Western culture offers and all the technology that India hasn't even seen yet and haven't even heard of yet.
And there's also a perception that going abroad is a sign of a social status. So maybe the rich in India wants to go to other countries as a sign of a social status as well.
And how does it make you feel that so many Indians are leaving the country?
I mean, you do you. So if they are leaving, I hope their life improves because of this decision. I'm happy for them if it improves their life.
In larger terms, it is a bad thing for India. As if rich people tend to move out, the expenditure in India would be less, the local demand would reduce, and it will impact the economy in the long run.
Same if students are studying abroad, then they should come back to India. Like it would decrease the economy. Like qualified people are going in abroad, and there is no qualified staff in India. So it's better to stay in India after studying abroad.
India is a growing country. It's have a lot of opportunities. If you open your mind and see the things carefully, you can see there is a lot of potential in India. And of course, you have to do things for your motherland. Yeah, that's why it's a bad thing.
What would happen if this trend continues? Like so many Indians leaving the country?
There will be Indians all over the world. Isn't that a good thing?
Indians are leaving country and many Indians are coming back. And I'm damn sure in next 2 to 5 years, many Indians will come back to India. Even I went abroad when I saw many peoples. They used to cry there that they left India. They miss India. They miss the love which they received in India from their family. Over there is no family, no joint family, single nuclear family is over there. So people cannot, a person can earn money but not love. In India we can earn love, not money.
People are leaving India and they are moving abroad. That means they are somewhere not liking it. So we need to improve on that areas so that we can retain most of our population, especially young population. That can make us a more happier and economically prosperous nation. If everyone will leave, then whom will we stay with? And I think this needs to be looked into, and this needs to be taken care of by the government.
And why do you think the government needs to improve the most so that less citizens see the need to leave India and give up their citizenship?
Good environment for business people, and job opportunities, and on study basis also good opportunities, and neat and clean environment.
First of all, they have to make transport better. Second, safety is a big point of view. And third is make education a little cheaper and more affordable to everyone. And maintains the cleanliness everywhere and raising the standards of everywhere, more tourism and more job opportunities. It can help government to stop people from going out.